Okay, welcome Aquarius. Sorry if the sound quality is a bit off. My best device is broken, so while I'm waiting to replace it, I have to use this camera, and the microphone on it is not that great. Just before we start the tarot, I just want to get the major feelings that are surrounding you and coming toward you right now. The major feelings that are surrounding you, coming toward you right now. The major feelings that are surrounding you. Sorry. Ooh. Okay. These are too many, so what we're going to do is put this back in the pack. And what we're going to do is roll the deck 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Take these 2 top off. Now, okay, this is really wanting to come out, so I'll take that out too. Alright, so somebody is hiding something from you, but I feel like it's their feelings. Anyway, somebody feels like they're not good enough for you. Yeah, I do have feelings for you, but I've not been able to be honest. I feel like that's what somebody has been hiding, because it's something that they're hiding. They feel like they can be their true self around you. So you may not have heard from this person lately because it looks like they pulled away. There's something going on in their life that's overwhelming. They need time to work out what to do and say so they don't mess everything up. There might have been a fight or an argument. There's some kind of conflict. Now let's find out what these are. Ooh, they're working up the courage to contact you. And finally, I want to make things right. I choose you. I choose us being together. Wow. Okay, I like this. You know, there are a lot of bad messages in that deck, and none of them came out, so this is good. Alright, so stand by. I'm just going to get the tarot deck. Alright, so for Aquarius, show us what is going on around Aquarius. I'm going to ask again for the thoughts and feelings emanating from significant people that you may or may not know about toward you. Okay, so we're going to in 2 and 6, in 1 and 6. Okay, in 6. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Show us the feelings toward Aquarius. Okay, there's a couple coming out. Sorry, these 2 cards were supposed to come out. Yeah, they have not told you how they feel about you. Alright, so could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Libra, a Leo, a Pisces, or a Sag. There is somebody here that crossed boundaries in terms of what they said to you. With the Devil and the Page of Cups here, and believe it or not, the Sun is this person's horrific realization that they have crossed the line in some way in terms of their words. This could have been something immature, mean, cruel, overly inappropriate, focused on passion and physical pursuits. I do believe that you had to point this out to this person. There's something about the way that this person spoke to you that is now working against them. Okay? I don't think that this person has told you how they really feel, because the way that they came across with their words, it was, some of it was just downright rude, inappropriate, definitely crossing over the line. But you see, it has nothing to do with how they actually feel, okay? So at this point in time, there's, over here is they're realizing the inappropriateness of their words, but it's a realization of something else as well. I feel like this is something they're now regretting, but we're just going to continue. Show me how else this person is thinking and feeling. Show me how else this person, so I feel like it is, okay, yeah, whoa, okay, all right. So it looks like you no longer react to this, or you've gotten used to this. There's been some kind of a change over time. There's something that you got used to. So this is something that they repeatedly did. And I feel like it doesn't get a reaction out of you right now, but this could have been something that you, like, you sort of built up an immunity to this. But this is not a good thing for them. They feel anyway. So this person has kept something up for a really long time. They may have wasted a lot of your time. Somehow, what they've done, it's working against them somehow. There's been some kind of a change here that's thrown them off balance. It could be that you don't react anymore, or you've become very calm and balanced. They may feel that they can't have an impact on you anymore, or that your feelings are now lukewarm. Let's keep going. There's been some kind of a change, and they're finding it very hard to manage. Show me more, please. Okay, there's a lot, yeah. Has there ever been a change? Okay, wow. You could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn here, or a Sag, or a Scorpio. There's two cards of Capricorn here. Sag, Pisces, and Scorpio. All right, so this person, here we go with the change and the transformation here. So they feel this person feels possessive over you. They also, for a long period of time, although I think this is beginning to change, they were really guarding their heart, protecting their heart, but not just protecting it, putting a tight seal on it. So, you know, hoping and praying that they wouldn't feel love. But there's something else that they were doing here. They may have, although I can see that what I'm about to describe, it's not the situation right now because it's ended. For a period of time, this person may have sort of had you in chains, really. Through some kind of illusion here. You may have felt they may have managed somehow to make you feel insecure, because they were really putting a very They were really, really concealing their feelings, okay? To the point where they were trying to conceal their feelings from themselves. They were putting an enormous amount of effort into keeping this physical and not emotional. So it looks like in order to keep you in these chains, in this devil card, this is sort of half of the truth, okay? It's not the complete truth, because it's everything material, and there's absolutely nothing that is in the ethereal here in this card. So everything is in the 3D. So they wouldn't show you their feelings. They may have sort of had you in some kind of it's not like you were obsessed with them, but you were focused on them because of some kind of fear that they had triggered in you, or some kind of interest, some way of maintaining your focus so that it didn't go off of them. You may have thought that they were somebody else or something else. They may have been putting on quite a show, but it was some kind of illusion. But they were managing to keep you in this sort of state of illusion. It was sufficient to make you think that you were a couple, and it was sufficient to prevent you from investing your heart in someone else, because they were putting on a really good act. This is a really good show. It's an illusion. It was for the purpose of not, of keeping control of you, and it was without having to give you a commitment. Now, this is some kind of a cycle, a habit, something that this person does. They do it well. This is the only way for them. But here's their problem right now. This is not the way that it is right now. The death card, I feel that's you. Something has ended. This has ended. So I do believe that this person is in love with you, okay? I'm just going to see what's under the devil card. Or are they ever? Yeah. They may have never said this. The problem that they have is that somehow there's been some massive transformation, but I believe that this has ended. The hold that they had on you has ended. The illusion is no more. And I'm not sure why that happened. It could just be that they said something that was just over the top here. It could be because they kept something up. This could be the ramifications of one thing that they said. I have no idea. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that they cannot trick you anymore. You're free from this, whatever this illusion was, you're free from it. So if they're going to get you back, the only way for them to keep you in their life right now is for them to do something that is true. They're going to have to show the real. They're going to have to open their heart. They're going to have to. It looks like they may not be able to get you back, but there's something that they have to completely transform within themselves. All right, let's keep going. I feel like they're frightened to death. I always feel like the devil looks scared and frightened deep down, just absolutely petrified. Anyway, show me more about how this person is thinking and feeling, please. Yeah. So this is their usual thing. My right ear's ringing. So it could be the way that they kept you in these chains here. Jeez, this person is something else. This is how I feel like they could have been really treating you badly. This person may have had no respect for women. They do now. They do now. But this is how they, for some reason, what they may have been doing was spreading themselves thin. In other words, they could have been dealing with a lot of people, all right? But they certainly weren't showing you this. Now, I don't think that you were aware of this, okay? But they weren't doing this to make you jealous or anything. I feel like they were doing this so that they wouldn't fall. It could have been to distract themselves. It could have been to distract themselves. See, they don't care. If they were dealing with other people, they really don't care about them. I don't think that you're in this card. I think you were or are right there. Let's keep going. Show me more, please. There may have been a third party that was causing a problem between you guys as well. But yeah, okay, all right. Now this is interesting. Wow. So if I'm right about this, if we had you here, like if we had, you know, a card of one person, and we had the Seven of Swords there, this would be cheating. But what's really interesting about this is this person is doing something behind these people's backs. They're lying to these people. This could be their friends or other people they were dealing with. But I think what the lying was that they were truly in love with you. Let's just see what this is. Yeah, well, certainly what they were doing was, you know, in the Six of Coins, there's something disingenuous here. They were trying to even something out by dealing, I mean, this, I often see this as cheating, but they're overdoing it on one, I mean, it's definitely a one-sided relationship, but they had some kind of a vested interest in keeping these people on the side or keeping them partying up, or what were they doing behind their friends' backs or behind those people's backs? They were in love with you. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So there's your person in the Lovers card. There's you. This is a very serious, passionate, spiritual union. There's your person. Over here, believe it or not, is you. And here's the people being deprived. There's these other people. So what they're doing, the reason why they had other people involved was to even something out for themselves. So they may have felt, you see what's going on here? They're making sure that they don't make this choice, or that they, you see, the man, usually the masculine, so whether you're male or female, Aquarius, we're talking about the masculine. So if you're in a female-female relationship, you would be the feminine, and we're talking about the masculine. If this is a male-male relationship, you are the feminine. The person that you're seeing is the masculine. No matter who you are or what gender you are, the person that you're seeing, what we're reading here is that the masculine was scared to death. And he was keeping people on the side, but it was to even something out here. It could have been to give this person a feeling of control and power. Remember when I said they were spreading themselves thin? That was so that they would not fall in love with you, or they wouldn't be able to. Yeah. But now you see, whoa, look at Death and the Lovers. Holy guacamole. Well, this has definitely changed here. Yeah, and it could, I don't know why it's changed, but they, at this point now, in comes the Death card. They either have to make this choice or not. There's, you know, as you know, the quote about the Lovers card is, there's only one correct choice here, and that is to work through the fear. and and choose. There may be a mountain between you and this other person. Well, they've got to move the bloody mountain. I see that you stepped up to the plate. Okay, so show me more, please. Whoa. Show me more. Why is this? What is the death card? Why has something ended? Because their feelings. There's been a transformation here in their feelings. So this person has gone from the person in the Four of Pentacles, where they were blocking their feelings, to the King of Cups, who is absolutely overloaded with feelings. So there's been some kind of a huge transformation here. And with respect to their feelings, they now are feeling. It may have been that the feelings built up so much. Yeah, they're about to burst. All right. So behind all of this physical, passionate, pushy energy, it was out behind all of that was actual feelings. So but it sure didn't seem like it to you, I'm sure. Show me more, please. Yeah, this was a very one-sided. I'm saying was because I don't think it is now. You're either done with them, or you're on a break or something, because what they're trying to do here is to get you to take the bait here. They're trying to be the person who has the upper hand. They're trying, and they could have been doing it with sex here. The reason why I can't say it out loud is there are all these fines, and YouTube really is sensitive about certain things. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah. So that's what was going on here. So in the Devil card, the man, because they're not allowing themselves to feel or acknowledge, emotions, or they're not, it's all keeping somebody. This person it's sort of like separation anxiety. They may have a lot of fears that were a lot of trauma, but there is the only way that they can have the upper hand, or that they had the upper hand, is to keep somebody in chains. So in other words, they either have to put on a show, keep somebody addicted to them, or and the way that people do this often, and I'm not saying that this is how it was done here, but they make you think that you're one of many, and that they don't think you're that good. So what this can do is it can trigger people into proving this. I've got to prove this wrong. Well, why isn't this person, recognizing that I'm more loyal, or I'm, why is this person not seeing my worth? Why are they treating me like trash? And so it's that actually, what it does is, for some people who don't stand back and look at the bigger picture, they can actually get very distracted by it. Very, very intelligent, worthy people can get distracted by this easily. And if this person was as good an actor as I think they were, I can see how this happened. But somehow, either this person crossed a line, went over the line, and it just didn't matter to you whether they loved you or not, or you got smart. It looks to me like they crossed a line, like there was something that was just, it was too much. Somehow it went into the death card, which is a total transformation. So they did this to themselves. There's no way that they can't have the upper hand anymore. Show me a little bit more, please. Yeah, I think, look at you. This is so interesting. You're now in the High Priestess. They're in the Devil. Yeah, either that or your intuition. You just got very, very intuitive. Maybe you got a tarot card reading. You found out somehow exactly. You figured it out. You figured out the secret. You figured them out inside out. You know this person. Everything that you figured out, they didn't tell you this. You figured it out on your own. So now you're in High Priestess mode. And sometimes if the other person, I do find that sometimes especially the divine feminine or the divine masculine, when you are treated really, really badly, especially if it's by a twin flame who has not pulled up their socks, there is sometimes a spiritual, an intuitive upgrade that you'll get as a reward for this person misbehaving, believe it or not. Especially if you didn't stoop to their level, you know, and behave the way that they did, you know, especially if you overlooked some of their very, very bad behavior and you loved them anyway. So what you get here is you get a little gift of intuition, and you'll be able to see right through them. Somehow you figured this person out. So they have, you now know everything, especially stuff that's hidden and isn't said. You figured it out. It's impossible for them to trick you. So show me, so what, bring us, if we're allowed, from the present moment to the future, please. This person is in trouble. Yeah, you've gotten very, very, very balanced and calm. Look at you in this, in the two, there are two major arcana here, Temperance and High Priestess. Well, they are in the major arcana in the devil mode as well. So there's going to be some delay here. I do believe that with this High Priestess card and the Temperance card, you're literally, I believe that you've become very, very at peace, happy, and in a state of serenity. And it's because your intuition is accurate as all heck. So they could be having a very difficult time getting used to this. The other thing is there could be a long period of silence here while the other person tries to figure out what the hell they're going to do. Show me a little bit more. Show me a little bit more, please. Yeah. So here's this other person, all right? And here's what they were doing. There was something that they were doing repeatedly, over and over and over again. And it was to manage this situation. Sometimes the Temperance card can be pretty scary here. There's somebody who's managing something here. And they put a lot of effort into managing something. So, you know, this could be why you found it so hard to believe that, you know, that this person isn't who they said they were, why you found it so hard to believe that they really loved you, you know, even though they were really not behaving this way. But this person here, they're still putting a lot of effort into something that it's like they're determined here to throw you off balance. They may actually be determined to delay something, or determined to keep you in the game, determined to throw you off balance. What are they doing repeatedly? And they're determined, they're working on something here. Maybe they're working on themselves. Now, yeah, see this? They are determined to get the upper hand again. I don't think, they don't realize yet that it's impossible. They are determined to get you upset, determined to throw you off balance. They desperately need the upper hand. They want you to be begging for them again. They want you to, you know, show me more, please. So they're going to do this. They're going to keep doing this for a little while. Yep, they're going to really try hard. Yep, trying extremely hard to get you in this illusion, to make you feel anxiety, trying really, really hard to get you anxious and envious, keep something one-sided, trying to block their feelings, trying to, it's trying to deceive you. They're really being a bully here. They're trying hard to get the upper hand again. They just, you know, this is the way that they roll, and they just, yep, and over here. They're, again, I feel like what they're trying to do is get you, right now, I feel like that's them. They're shocked here. But what they're shocked by, I think, is that you're interested in something else. the other thing that this could be, and I think the other thing that this was in the past, was they were trying to get you in the Seven of Cups, which is to make you think, to make you confused, basically, to keep you totally confused, to keep you in this, oh my God, you know, do they just think that I'm a, you know, a physical object? Is, you know, this person just interested in me physically? They're trying really hard to get you confused again. But it's not working, and I think right now they're in this state of shock here. Show me what happens next, please. Can we see what happens next if we're allowed to see this? Yeah, because you've got your boundaries up. It's impossible. You will not be. Look at the 2 sevens, by the way. You will not be deceived. You will not, absolutely, will not be tricked again by this person. They are denying their feelings. That there could be some truth that you asked them about and they got very defensive, said no, 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 no. But right now they're in a panic here, a huge panic, because you've got boundaries up. You know, there's nobody supporting your position here. Nobody's giving you any, you know, evidence of whatever it was that they are or were doing. But you know, you're standing your ground. They're trying very, very hard to throw you off balance. It's impossible. All right, so I do feel that they're shocked that you're, you know, you've got boundaries up, healthy boundaries. Show me what happens next, please. Yeah, they're going to have to get out of devil mode. They have to get rid of the fear. They can't. You will not be put in those chains anymore. You're not going to buy their stories and their lies. Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have to. And they're thinking about it. They're going to have to. They're really going to have to let their emotions win over this fear here. What are they thinking about here in the Seven of Pentacles? Is there's some kind of decision that they're trying to make here? Show us more. So this is where they want you, in the Eight of Swords, all right? That person, that woman is confused. She can't see what's going on. She doesn't realize that she can't move, right? You know, she's unable to see if there are any other suitable suitors around. She's confused. She can't concentrate. That's where they want you. But that's where you are right now. You have your boundaries up. You're not, it's impossible to make you feel insecure anymore. It's impossible to get you confused. You're never going back into those Eight of Swords. These are insecurities, and it's all from thought, you know, shortened thought. Yeah. So the devil is fighting you here. They just, you're not, they cannot break down your boundaries here. Yeah, they can't. Now, you're the one that has stealth here. You've figured it all out. Show me more, please. Yeah, you've figured out your worth. It's just, you know, this person, you know, the main thing that they were lying about is they knew damn well your worth. You know, I just think that they've never ever told you that you were the cream of the crop, the top of the top. But you know, so right now you're so secure within yourself, and you know your worth, and everything is working for you. You don't need them. What are they doing here? What's going to happen next is they're trying their damnedest to figure something out. Well, they may actually pull up their socks. They may actually pull up their socks. Yeah, and it's the only way. What they're worried about are suitors. It's the only way that they can come out ahead. Yeah, it's because. So their problem right now is that there's a lot of people, you know, who you could have your choice here, but you're not interested. It's impossible to get you to jump in to that Five of Wands and compete for them, or to feel like you're, these people all, and nobody's, notice how they're all competing, but there is no victor. So that's where they want you. They want you there to be one of these people who's, you know, trying to impress them because you're worried about these competitors. You're not. You're very focused on your own thing here. And there could be suitors around you. You're not interested in getting into that Five of Wands there. Yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do here, how to get your interest. What are they thinking about doing? Well, they're worried that you've walked away. They know that this is a big loss. They've got to grow up, is what they've got to do. They have to grow up. Yep, they have to have an epiphany, a realization, yep, there's the sun that was in the beginning of the reading. This wake-up call, but I do feel like they're in a massive state of, oh, no, oh, and I do think they're going to have to reveal their feelings to you, yeah. They do love you. You are their wish. You are their emotional fulfillment. They realize that you are the one. But they're hiding their feelings, these feelings. That's the wish card, but it's the Nine of Cups. So they haven't told you that they love you. They have not done this. And I think what they're realizing here is they've been very selfish. They're going to have to reveal their feelings. It's the only way forward. Yeah, I think we're at the end of the reading. I think you're going to be amazed by what you see from this person. This person is going to offer you commitment. And I think that the only way that they're going to be able to get what they want is if they grow up and offer commitment here. And I think that that's what's going to happen. And it's because you've walked away. At this point, I mean, this could be in the future, but at this point, you've done a complete and total Eight of Cups. Walk away. All right, let's get some final advice. Ooh, I don't know what's going on with the camera there. From Spirit. Final advice for Aquarius. Okay, here it is. Do not fear. Something's happening with the camera, guys. Hang on, let me try to pause it. Okay, I'll just keep reading and hopefully it won't. Do not fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. The current events are paving the way to a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light. Let me know if this resonates, Aquarius. Thanks for watching.